after watching the Super Bowl, after watching Eagles score 35 and the Chiefs score 38, both put on some amazing display of offensive football from the trenches to the quarterback play to the skill position guys. What do you think? How do you think the Niners need to retool this offseason to win the Super Bowl? Win the Super Bowl.
I mean, that's the goal. Just what we've been talking about and what everyone, they just have to focus on the trenches 100%, and they have to develop Trey Lance. Like, in my opinion, that's what, and Kyle Shanahan needs to mature as a coach, but it has to start with the offensive line over the defensive line, in my opinion. Offensive line is the most important thing, then the defensive line, and then they got to develop Trey Lance to see what he can become. If you don't do those things, I don't see the 49ers winning the Super Bowl. I can't. I mean, maybe with Brock Purdy they can do it, but I don't know, man. He doesn't strike me as an elite quarterback. He strikes me as a good quarterback. But it feels like in today's NFL, you have to have an elite passing game. You have to be able to score quickly. And that's not what the 49ers do with the yards after the catch, short passing game. You got to be able to score quickly. You got to have a good offensive line. You got to have a good defensive line. That's simple to me.
And you're never going to really know what you have in any quarterback, Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, anyone, until you can protect him.
Yes.
You're never going to know. And you're going to be like, well, Jimmy's injury prone. Is he? Now, after 6 years, I'm like, is Jimmy injury prone, or is it something systemic with the Niners? I guess we'll find out. Yeah. So the Niners have to figure this out. And it's like, look, Trent Williams, great, but he's 35 and he's really expensive. So fine, you got him for now. Then you got Aaron Banks, solid left guard. Is he a good left guard? Maybe next year. Solid left guard. Center, you got to upgrade. Right guard, either Spencer Burford gets better or you got to upgrade. And then right tackle, got to upgrade. So that's 3 spots right there. Yeah. And if you got to find good starters at all 3, otherwise your offensive line is just going to be meh minus.
Yeah, and when it comes to coaching, man, like I feel like Kyle Shanahan needs a quality control risk-reward coach or a quality control hit up grant.
I'll do it for free. No, I won't. $2 million a season.
A quality control quarterback protection coach to audit all his plays. It has to be the priority, protection, whether that's upgrading the offensive line or with scheme, whatever it is. We have to keep these quarterbacks healthy or we're never going to have a chance.
It should be Steve Wilks. Anytime he's installing his offense, Steve Wilks should be in the room and as the defensive coordinator and be like, this right here, if I were on the other team, I would want you to call this. Please call this. So he needs to ask your top defensive guy to be honest with me. And then listen to him. Listen to him. Yeah.
That's enough.
That would be good. Steve could do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And again, people were saying like Andy Reid was blocking Hassan Reddick with his tight end. Yup. And a running back. It was a double team. And I know the Niners tried. I think they tried with on the second drive with Kittle came around. Jawan Jennings missed it. It was supposed to be a double team, but still.
But here's what happened, right? What was the result? That's what drives me crazy when people bring this up. What was the result when the 49ers did it? Brock Purdy was knocked out.
Devastation. Catastrophe.
Done, right? Catastrophe. When they did it again, and Josh Johnson knocked out. Done. When the Chiefs did it, Patrick Mahomes doesn't get touched the entire game. So obviously it's not effective. It's what's the word? It's inductive reasoning, right?
Yep.
It's just like you see a small sample size, therefore it would work for everybody else. No, that's not how it works.
Also, the Niners' logic doesn't hold up. They're like, it's a fluke injury. We didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason that Brock Purdy should have snapped his elbow. But they also say Brock should have stepped up in the pocket. So which is it? Because, he's in his 8th start. He lacks experience. He's never been against a pass rush like that. He had a tendency to stand back there and try to spin out. Mahomes isn't like that. So, which is it?
He doesn't step up. He doesn't step up.
He doesn't because he's little.
It's not what he does.
Little. So little quarterbacks don't necessarily benefit from stepping up because they can't see. You got to get space.
Really good coaches. Some coaches expect players to fit their scheme. Really good coaches design their scheme around the players they have. And that's the difference.
And that's what's so concerning to me about Kyle. Look at the players who fit his scheme on the offensive line and at quarterback. How can the ideal quarterback for your scheme be Mr. Irrelevant? And I know you got the most out of him, and he's had a great story, but come on. That's the ideal. Kirk Cousins and Brock Purdy are the ideal quarter. You don't want an athlete? You don't want an athlete. I mean, you acted like you did when you traded for Trey Lance, but I think you need an athlete at the quarterback position to win. You're really going to beat Patrick Mahomes with a non-athlete at quarterback? I don't see it, man. Unless he's Peyton Manning 2.0, which you don't have. Even Drew Brees can get it done. Kyle seems like he really wants his Drew Brees. Dude, Drew Brees won 1 Super Bowl, and what did he ever? I mean, he wasn't going to beat Patrick Mahomes in his prime. You need better than that. You need better than Jalen Hurts, frankly. Hard to find.
They need to look at what Trey Lance does well and design everything around that, right? Don't try to make him something that he's not. Just like you try to make Brock Purdy, he'll step up in the pocket. No, he doesn't. He never has, right? Just like Trey Lance.
Because if you wanted the super athlete, you should have drafted Justin Fields.
Right.
That's who he is. If that's what you wanted. Because I don't think it is. We don't think it. You said it wasn't, right? You said you wanted to develop Trey the right way, right? Okay, then do that. Run him sometime. But if you want to go, balls to the wall zone read, that was Justin Fields. He's better at that than freaking Jalen Hurts.
Dude,
best I've ever seen.
Roll Trey Lance out, man. Let him throw the deep ball or scramble outside the pocket.
Please.